What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Warkid here, coming to you with another League of Legends commentary. Now, in this video, I am playing as Nasus in the jungle, and we're kicking it off right into the action here. We're about 7 minutes into the game, as you can see here, and I did ward their blue earlier in the game, and this is why I do so, because right here, he is going back, and he's probably looking at somewhere else on the map, because he doesn't even react to me attacking him until he is dead. So, that is a perfect gank right there, and that's a perfect reason why you should always ward the opponent's buffs as a jungler. I just started to recently do that, and you know, I could tell the difference. It helps me a lot. It helps me counter jungle and snatch kills like that. So that's awesome. This is also, by the way, a ranked game. This is Gold 5 at the moment. About, I would say, 75% into Gold 5 to my promo series for Gold 4. I will have plenty more ranked games put up on the channel. Alright, so work my way over to blue. Now that I killed him at his, want to make sure I secure it. Since Akali is mid, she doesn't need blue buff, so I can just take it for myself here. Alright, so Q it early and then smite it. No big deal. Nasus in the jungle is awesome. You get free Q farm, and that's all he needs to win games. And that's why I like to play him in rank, because all solo queue games, or duo queue, whatever you want to call it, get to late game unless you're a pro player on a Smurf. But they pretty much always go to late game. So Nasus is that perfect champion for solo queue, because he just gets free farm, and he just farms up for late game. Alright, so right now I'm just taking my buffs. I don't really have to worry about giving my buffs to anyone on my team right now at this point of the game. Still kind of early. Okay, so Janna's doing a really good job keeping that bottom lane ward. As you can see, she got perfect coverage and letting me know when wards are down and up and when things are clear. Alright, so it looks like I might be looking for an opportunity. Alright, so she did just ward there. Janna just misses her ult. I mean, her tornado. I'm still going on this because I do see Akali is coming in hot. I want to get this kill. So good job. Akali does snatch that kill. And I'm able to get the assist. I'll take an assist and a kill to Akali any day. So good job by Akali to react to that. So now I can go ahead and take this ward, and as you can see here, I can Q it for Q farm. So a little trick there for you Nasus players out there. Alright, so top's doing a really good job. Don't really need to help top. Mid is also winning now. Mid was losing early, but then, you know, that play right there helped her get back in the game. Especially going against LeBlanc. LeBlanc's a very hard champion to lane against. Her burst damage is just absolutely fucking ridiculous, so. Alright, so just back to my jungle. I smite that Wraith a little early so that I can Q him. But unfortunately, I had red buff, so it took it before I could Q. So good job by Akali. Really nice job, even getting away from the turret right there. So now Akali is definitely winning her lane from grabbing that kill bottom and then getting one mid. Alright, so it looks like I'm trying to build the ancient golem here. I always build that as my first item, the first full item I get, and then I get my mobility boots second. Nothing like having a fast jungler, being as mobile as possible to get from one lane to the next to help all lanes. Now, mobility boots is really only that really good, I would say, in solo queue or duo queue, whatever. Mostly because, you know, it's very randomized. There's sometimes where you'll have teamwork, sometimes we won't. So you want just high mobility to help all lanes. If you're in a team game where it's a ranked 5v5 or just a 5v5 in general, well, sorry, a ranked 5v5 where it's team versus team, you need to build more accordingly to the enemy's composition. Like if there's more armor, you want to get, I mean, if there's more AD, you want to get ninja tabbies, and if there's magic, you want to get, I mean, if there's ability power, you want to get merc treads. Alright, so just put another point on my E. I do max. Now, most Nasus junglers will max out E in the jungle, which is understandable for like faster wave clear and jungle clearing time. But I like to max Q because I like to get Q as much Q farm and build my Q as much as possible. This way, when I come in and gank, I can hit a lot harder for more kill potential. Alright, so as you can see right now, Akali and Lee Sin having a little dispute in in the chat here, and you'll see here in a second I try to keep the team together. So right there, Hecarim does go in. I come in for the counter gank. I pop Ghost. Oh no, I don't. I pop my ult. Right there. Caitlyn is just standing still. I don't know what she's doing there, as you see. So good job by Caitlyn. Gets that Q kill. I want to still go in because I see Hecarim's health. He's really low. My Wither does come up. I am able to Wither her. And I get the kill with my Q. So nothing like Q farming against champions. On champions rather than just CS. So, as you see, I see chill, we got this. Got to keep the team morale going. Don't want them to start arguing, because that is the downfall of every team in solo queue. The second you start arguing, you just start losing. Alright, so pop my early smite on that golem so I can Q farm it. Right there, bam. Alright, so put my final point into my Q, and I'm going to level up my E next, then my R, then my Wither. Wither is the last thing you want to level up. Alright, so get my mobility boots and get my ancient golem completed to give me that extra tankiness. Now Nasus has really good base damage, so you don't really need to build damage on him. You want to, especially in the jungle, you want to build tanky and tank for your team. Your natural damage will come from your Q being farmed, so just make sure you build straight tanky items. Alright, so Lee Sin taking out that Panth. Once again, I can get blue for myself because no one else needs it. I see that he is pushing the lane, so I'm trying to hurry up here and kill this blue so that Hecarim doesn't take the turret. Alright, slam dunk that golem. He finishes off that. So I go ahead and ping that I'm going in. I see Akali is about to get there. Alright, so I go ahead, pop my Wither. Akali does ult, slows him down. And then he is forced to use his ult. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and let Akali farm. I don't want to take too much to love. Alright, so I go ahead and put that ward there just to make sure she's not coming through river. And she is, so I try to cut her off here. Alright, so as a jungler I do like to buy wards, as you can see. Every time I go back I usually buy 2 or 3 wards just to increase the map coverage and map vision. Map vision wins games, guys. I can't say that enough. So make sure you are always getting wards no matter what role you're playing. Alright, so right now I'm just waiting for an opportunity to gank LeBlanc. I don't think she's there, and I saw that she used that move there, so I want to go ham on her now that she has that down. Good job by Hecarim to come around. I am trying to keep him off of Akali. I did wither him. Alright, so she went in too deep, but she did get the kill. It was an even exchange. Alright, so Pantheon does come in. He doesn't really do that much damage to me. He does quite a bit, but not enough where he has kill potential on me. Alright, so right now I'm just holding this lane until Akali gets back. Okay, so drag is clear, bot's clear. This was one of the first supports that I had that actually communicated like this, and it's really important if you are playing a support that you are very communicative and respond to your team a lot, or help your team out a lot as much as possible. Especially letting the jungler know when to gank, when he's able to gank certain spots and whatnot. Like, look at this ward coverage. She has like a purple there, purple and dragon. Such a good support player. Alright, so I'm going to stick bottom here because I see that they're overextended, and I'm keeping my eye out for them to make sure Hecarim isn't ganking. Alright, so that take out that golem right there. Lee Sin looks like he might win that trade over there. Let's see if he does. So I do let my team know that my smite is down for 20 seconds. However, it is clear since Hecarim was just middle, and I saw Pantheon was probably going back because his health was low. So I do pop my ult. Popping my ult gives me extra damage, so it really does help taking Baron fast. Didn't even have to smite. So I see that I popped my ghost since I saw Hecarim was going there, and once again he is forced to ult. I haven't seen this Hecarim use an ult to engage on anything yet. It's only been to disengage. Alright, so my team is pinging like crazy. This is pretty much a free blue right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just give it to Akali. Just smite it early, Q it early. Anything to get it down faster. Alright, so I have about 1,500 gold right now in the bank. I should go back and buy soon. But we do have the opportunity here to take a turret, and objectives are more important than anything. Okay. So, now that we got a dragon, we got their blue, we got a turret, we are pretty much ahead in global gold, I would say. So I let my my support know that she's doing a really good job warding. Pretty much basically just encourage her to keep doing what she's doing. It really is helping us win the game. Unfortunately, Kate overextended by herself there. She's doing a pretty good job kiting that Hecarim, but unfortunately she does go down since there's a LeBlanc. There's a lot of mobility there, so they weren't gonna really get killed from that turret. So I just go ahead, pop my E to clear this minion wave. Now, as you can see right here, I am building Iceborne Gauntlets. Iceborne Gauntlets on Nasus is really pretty much his core item. It increases the amount of slow that he gets, more damage as well. His Q basically procs on AoE. So what I mean by is when you Q something, it does AoE damage. It does damage on more than one opponent because of the Iceborne Gauntlets, which is why it's his core item. It also helps build armor and make him even tankier. Alright, so right now we're just looking for an opportunity here. Pop my ward down there, make sure no one's coming from behind us. Alright, so there is no opportunity right there. We do have, if you can see at the bottom side of your map, towards their jungle, blue side, we do have ward coverage there, which is a really good thing to do. When you're winning a game, you want to make sure you have the enemy jungle warded so that you can push lane safely without having to worry about getting ganked or pressured. So I early smite it just so I can get the Q farm. Alright, so 2-0, 3 assists, 84 CS. My CS could probably be a lot better, but I've been trying to gank and help out my team as much as possible. So right now, I'm just taking the opportunity to free Q farm, since it looks like no lanes are really being pressured and no action is really happening. Alright, so put another point into my E. I am able to wither on that Hecarim, and he is forced to disengage ult again. That is the third time that Hecarim has had to use his ult to get away instead of go in. Alright, so my mid did go back, so I take this opportunity to tax farm. It's not really taxing when they can't get it, so it's a good job by Lee Sin. I do see Lee Sin. Oh my god, he just survives. That shield. So I do pop my ghost just to try to save him. Do pop my wither, and she backs out. Lee Sin is now safe. Alright, so made Leona burn her ult. She disengaged. Lee Sin gives me a heart, so it was all worth. If you get a heart, it's always worth it. As a jungler, I'm a very team-oriented player when I play in the jungle. I don't like to let my teammates die. Any opportunity I do to save them, I will. My friends, when I duo queue with my friends, they say I shouldn't do that really because you have to they say you have to play selfish in solo queue and try to carry, but to me, League of Legends is a team-oriented game, and if I see someone doing something, I like to follow up on it because I don't want to leave them behind. Okay, so I'm telling the enemy team, telling my allies that I don't want to Baron because honestly, Baroning is just the solo queue retard magnet. Like, it literally, you throw games by doing it. Because it just never goes right. It takes too much teamwork, and in solo queue, it's very rare that you come across teamwork. Alright, so not sure what Hecarim's doing here. That's his 4th ult, having to disengage. Alright, so they are backing out. And so are we, because about 3/4 of us are pretty low, so... Well, 3 out of the 5, not 3/4, I don't know what the hell I just said. Alright. So they are pinging right now that they want to go for this turret, but I don't think it's that smart of a move right now. Alright, so let's see what happens. So Akali does go in, gets caught by Leona. And now she is forced to be. Looks like they wasted Ignite on her as well. Alright, so it looks like they're trying to go ham right now. I'm not too sure. So I just stay mid right now to make sure that they don't push this turret down. My E is good wave clear along with Caitlyn's Q. They won't really be able to pressure the turret the way they want to. But unfortunately, it looks like we are in the position to give them a free dragon since we are pretty low. Well, I'm not low, but my Akali is, and my Lee Sin went back. Good trap by Caitlyn to get some vision. Alright, so like I predicted, they were baiting in that bush. I do wither the Hecarim to slow him down because he is the fastest one on their team. Alright, so Lee Sin says he's going to push top. Gotta go mid, protecting mid. Protecting mid. Hey. Alright, don't want to let that mid turret go down because mid turret is the most important turret. It is the fastest route to the base. So you always want to make sure you protect it and take the enemies as fast as possible. Unfortunately, you can't get your E off there. I always wish you could, but unfortunately you can't. So, since Lee Sin is top, they are in a position to take Dragon for free. Since if we did go, it'd be a 4v5, so we just let them have it. We're still ahead. We're ahead in kills and global gold because we do have more turrets. So once again, Lee Sin is top when he... it is smart that he is pushing, but as you're about to see here, it kind of turns on the downside. Alright, so Akali does get caught. Janna does ult. They go in on her. I get terrified. And I'm forced into the middle of their team, and then I get taken down. Caitlyn was in our base, and Lee Sin was still top. So we'll go ahead and fast forward this now, a little later on in the game. Okay, so I do take blue here. That was an unfortunate set of events right there, but there's nothing we could have... Well, if Akali didn't get caught, we would have done alright, but unfortunately she did. The enemy team was smart about it. They saw Lee Sin was top. They knew it was a 5v4 or 5v3 since Caitlyn was actually nowhere to be found. So they did the right thing by engaging on us, something we could have done. Alright, so Israel is bottom, so this is a good opportunity to go ahead and take Baron. But, let's see if we do it. Alright, so Hecarim is coming, so I do say that we should bait it. Alright, so I am able to wither. Alright, so it looks like we are going ham. I pop my ult. Kali is going really deep in here. I am taking the turret right now, so this is a perfect opportunity. Lee Sin hits a great Q and is able to get the kill. I pop my Q and get the kill onto Hecarim. So, right there, we pretty much counter-dive. We basically did what they did to us. Good ult by Janna, giving us full health. Nasus is really good for taking down objectives. His Q does a lot of damage right there. As you can see, 297. And I'm not even that farmed with my Q right now. I could have a lot more. Alright, so this is a good opportunity here to take Baron since we did kill 2 of them, especially their jungler. Their smite is down. So this is, I would say, a good time, but they decided to disengage. Since Akali decided to stay and is way too low health. Alright, so I just queued that for her to kill. Alright, so just taking this opportunity to farm right now since everyone is going back to buy. Any opportunity that you get on Nasus to farm, I highly recommend you do because it's the most important thing on him. So it looks like they are taking this opportunity to try to go for Baron or possibly bait it. So I do ping it and we are getting in position to try to counter that. Alright, so that was the worst queue ever. I queued way too late. Alright, so right now I'm just getting buffs as fast as possible before they decide to like go for Baron. I do have my smite down, which was a dumb move. I shouldn't have smited, especially when they are clearly trying to bait out Baron. If they did go for it, they would have gotten it because my smite would have been down. Alright, so I let them know that I need to go back and buy and to play safe. Let's see, they have AD, AP, AD. So they have a 4-to-1 AD to AP ratio, which means I need to stack armor. As you see here, I think I get it. I'm not sure. Okay. So what I do is I was looking at who was the more fed on their team, and LeBlanc was dishing out some serious damage. So I decided to start building my Spirit Visage. Spirit Visage is really good on any tank now, even regardless if the enemy team has magic or not, due to the fact that it has a good amount of health regen now, since they increased it in the last patch. So I highly recommend if you go tank that you just get a Spirit Visage as a core item. Alright, so it looks like Lee Sin is getting caught out here, but we might be able to turn it around on him. I do pop my Wither onto Leona. She is forced to flash here, so we just disengage. See if he's able to take it. We are able to take it. He smited it way too early. Akali is going in deep here. I don't know why we're backing out. That was a perfect position right there for us to go in, but my team decided to alright, so it looks like we're trying to take out the top objective now. At this point in the game, that's a really smart move. You see the enemy team is just always like at mid. Just utilize that to take out other lanes. Alright, so they are still mid, so it looks like we might be able to take another turret out of this. Let's see. Alright, so right now we're playing the waiting game, the opportunity game as I like to call it. Once someone catches another person off guard. Alright, so she did go for, looks like, now Leona did the right thing there. She went for the AD carry, she got onto the AD carry, but her team just sat there and let her die, didn't follow up on it. So that was good for us because they probably could have had a good engage there, but they stuttered, so it worked out in our favor. Which gives us the perfect opportunity to get Baron. Look at the ward coverage that we have on their Baron side of the map. We can see them coming from any angle at this point. Alright, so it looks like Hecarim is making his way over here. I am putting my back to the wall to make sure that any ability he uses doesn't get to us. Looks like he is trying to go for it. Alright, so I don't even bother to smite it, and now I do. Okay, so I guess a good try by Hecarim. I mean, he was kind of forced to do that. But now that he is down, we could just push. It is a 5v4 if they decide to contest us. So it looks like we're trying to go for the old take all the inhibitors and towers type thing where we pretty much swarm the base with super minions. Alright, so Lee Sin does hit a good Q onto. Alright, so I do pop my ult here and my Wither. Get a good E onto them. I am tanking it for them right now. Akali does go in. Caitlyn does take out the Pantheon right there. I'm just going to sit back and just Q this inhibitor so that we get it. Alright, so good job there by my team. I do tell them that I'm out, but I realize that they get caught. So since I'm a team player, I decide to E and Wither just to try to keep them alive. LeBlanc just comes in for me. One Q takes her that much health. She's afraid of me at this point. Just put a little fear into her. Alright, so another Q just took her down to that low of health. I pop my Ghost there. She does a really good job warping back. Unfortunately for her, I am really, really fast mobility boots on top of Wither, and my Ghost is just, she's done. And mobility boots. GG. Alright, so 4-1 with 8 assists, 151 CS. Really in really good shape here. Looks like we might be able to end. Got the end game Nasus coming in hot. Alright, just clearing out the wave here. I do have like no mana, so I go in, I just get 1 Q on the turret, and then I realize that they all up. And by the time I just risk my life for Caitlyn, I just let her live. I tell her just to run. Alright, so let's go ahead and fast forward this. Alright, so looks like we might be able to end it here. Let's see if we can make one final push. I'm just getting some ward coverage here to see if they do decide to push outside their base, we can catch them out.
Do not try my patience.
Alright, so as you can see, we have waves and waves pushing their base. They're in really bad shape at this point in the game. Caitlyn just takes their red, no problem. At this point, we just literally have all map control. We have vision. Well, now that we don't, we did have vision in their jungle, but they can't even leave their base anyway, so there's no point. Now, this is the point of the game where you really do have to keep pressure, like team pressure, because if you just sit back and let the enemy team farm, they can come back, because waves and waves of minions are pushing. Alright, so I do pop my ult. I am able to take out the Hecarim with my Q. Leona does go in. She goes down. Good locket by Janna right there. I am able to wither Pantheon. He goes down, and Lee Sin gets the final Q kick onto Israel for the ace. Is that an ace? Oh, no, wait. I think Leona's still alive. Never mind. Janna with the really good ult to just get sold back to life. These turrets go down at the speed of light, and we end it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, follow my stream at twitch.tv/warkid_. It'll be in the description below. Peace.